We keep hearing at various occasions on various platforms in various media that India has the largest young population. And that's correct. I mean, as of now, out of this roughly 140 plus crore Indians, not even 20-25 crores would be above 60 years of age. And that puts the young population at a massive 100 crore plus. We've also spoken about the strength of this population in some of the earlier issues of Horizon. But now let's look at the flip side to that. The flip side to that is, when you have a very large young population today, tomorrow, a few years or few decades later, this young population would retire from the workforce. While it may be a few years away, a couple of decades away, but let's keep this particular point in mind and start preparing for that day much before that day arrives. And this is all about planning for the retirement years. What can a youngster do? Simply accumulate money and build a corpus so that when one stops working, the corpus is able to generate stable long-term income to fund the regular expenses of this person. Retirement planning is a subject which was not regularly talked about a few years back. It's come into the mainstream discussions slowly and gradually now. But if we don't really focus on it now, it might be too late. For an individual, it may still be manageable to recover if there is a delay. But for a country as a whole, it could pose a severe fiscal problem. So what can an individual family or a person do? While you may have a few years before you hang up your boots, before you retire, during this earning phase, each year, actually each month, earmark some amount that you save specifically towards a goal called accumulation of retirement corpus. Do it diligently. Do it in a disciplined manner. Keep that money only for that purpose, which means during this entire period, please do not touch that money at all. You may have various goals, various compulsions. Try and provide for those. Try and adjust some expenses here and there, or maybe cut down on some of the discretionary expenses on a regular basis. Which are the discretionary expenses that you can cut down on? Take for example, if you are going out for a lavish dinner twice a month, can you cut it down to once a month? And cutting down from 2 to 1 is actually as much as saving 50% of the cost towards that particular activity. That money can be available for saving. Or instead of having a very lavish dinner, can you go to a slightly lower cost or economical place but with equally good food? The idea is not to stop having fun, not to stop having enjoyment. The idea is to have fun now, but without compromising your retirement years. If at an individual level, if we are able to do this, then I think as a nation we'll have a large number of wealthy retired people who will not be burdensome on others. How many of us can delay our retirement? Well, if you are in job, it may or may not be possible, but it still is possible to pick up a part-time work post the full-time employment. And if you are able to do that, First of all, we are actively engaging ourselves in some productive activity which can result into general overall sense of happiness, general sense of being purposeful, and at the same time there is some money that we can make. And when we make that money, that can only keep adding to the retirement corpus. Third, when we engage into some productive activity, we have less time to think about and spend money, and that automatically results into saving. So please start looking at this retirement as a serious financial goal. Wish you all a financially secured future.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.